People are going to keep doing it forever, aren't they? They're going to keep doubting Erling Haaland. Imagine doubting Erling Haaland, the guy who scores that many goals. He's that wonderful. He's that much of an absolute monster in front of goal. Imagine doubting him. Never doubt Erling Haaland. It really is that simple, guys. I'm telling you right now for nothing, for free. This is just a little bit of me and you advice here, man. This is just a bit of advice amongst friends, you know? Just don't doubt him. Just don't doubt him. I'm telling you for now for free. Once again, just don't doubt him, guys. Just don't doubt him. You'll only regret it, I promise you. Big screen there. I was very happy with that. 3-1 for Manchester City tonight. Just a little bit of focus, so I'll talk about it so I don't get distracted by the comments. That was a good performance. A very much that'll do kind of performance. City in cruise control. That could have been 4-5-0 if I'm being honest, apart from a wonder goal from them. A delightful finish from their striker going through. But otherwise, given difficult conditions, genuinely difficult conditions, the AstroTurf pitch the players weren't familiar with on a cold night over in Switzerland. City were good, man. They were good. There was a good night, man. And they were aggressive side type. They were physical, but City still turned up and got the job done. And that's how I feel about it tonight. I'm happy, we are now very clear. We're looking very good. I'll bring the stats up right now on screen. Things are looking good for us, guys. There we are tonight. An XG of 3.97, basically bang on 4. It should have been 4-1, really, with a bit less wasteful in front of goal. But either way, comprehensive, I would say. 0.47. I mean, the quality of their goal was ridiculous. Fair play to them, but still they started, they still didn't offer too much going forward. 10 shots, we had 26, 14 on target. Their keeper turned into prime Gianluigi Buffon tonight. That man was everywhere. You had Courtois, Laviashin in goal as well, and Gordon Banks. A lot of them were all combined into one, and he was excellent, their keeper. And City, I thought, were good, man. They were good. This is how we lined up in general at the start of the game. You saw City here, of course, with the traditional back three, with Rico Lewis becoming the midfielder. It's weird that still City are shown as in possession, but everyone else is shown as out of possession, which is crazy, but we're always shown as in possession with our positions, but we're there anyway. Ake, Diaz, Akanji with a nominal centre-back. So Rico, of course, occasionally back at right back, but mainly operating as another midfielder alongside Rodri. You got man of the match, Rico Lewis, tonight. I'm delighted for him. Well done, Rico Lewis, in the Champions League man of the match. Rodri there, of course, as well. Absolutely excellent, as he always is. Kovacic, Nunes, Nunes was more behind Haaland, Kovacic a little bit deeper alongside Rodri. You can see the average positions here. It was something like this, the average positions. But that was Nunes where Alvarez was. Nunes was here, and he obviously had Doku where Bernardo was. This was basically how they were playing in the first half. With Kovacic to the left of Rodri, Rico here over this side, Nunes off Haaland, and Grealish and Doku as the wingers. And it works really nicely. It really did. And I'm not going to say it was like we were scintillating, but we were good, man. We were good. Young Boys were a good side, and I was pretty happy. I was happy when you win 3-1 away. It could be 4-1, it could have been 4-0, could have been more. Away in the Champions League, with players rested, you can't really complain. I don't think anyone really had a bad game as such. Some better than others. I was happy with Jack Grealish tonight. I thought Jack had a good game. I know he's not really the most popular for some people, which I always think people. I don't understand why. People get down, too quickly on players. I don't get it. But Jack, I thought tonight needed that performance where he didn't get the goal or assist, but you can see the stats there, man. Jack created so many chances, and I was really impressed with his overall game tonight. 90% pass accuracy, 2 big chances, great. I feel like he was involved in a lot more good moments as well. He was unlucky not to get, to get that handball against him. I still thought it was really harsh, man. Like in England, I don't think that would have been given a handball because apparently the accidental handball only affects the goal scorer, not miles bloody before the goal actually happens, and it was stupid, but it is what it is. Jack Grealish is cursed that way. But I was happy that Jack had a good game. Of course, Erling got 2 goals tonight. The penalty, he did miss a couple of other chances, which he should have done better. But we can't deny the quality of that goal. Never doubt Erling Haaland for a reason, because that man is motivated more than any of us. That man is a winner. That guy is a monster. That man wants to go to the top. He wants to go to the top, and he wants to be the best in the world, because that's his desire, and that is his motivation, man. And that's what Erling Haaland does. The quality of that goal with his right foot in the top corner is just special. Lovely stuff, man. Beautiful stuff from a beautiful man. Our Viking, our warrior. I love you, Erling, for his, was that 11th goal of the season? Not bad, for a guy who's apparently out of form. Love you, Erling. Elsewhere, I think Doku had an alright little game on the right. He's not a right winger, Doku. I think it's really obvious that his most effective performances come over on the left, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, he isn't that, but he was more than serviceable on that side. I don't think it was notable that Bernardo Silva looked a lot more comfortable over there when he went on that way, on that side. It's just how it is, I think he's clearly more of a left winger. It's funny, though, because he did sort of make his name a little bit on the right every now and then, Doku as well. He can play there. I don't think he did too badly, but I do think he's more comfortable on the left. I think he just suits him cutting in, and he had a little spell on the left and looked quite dangerous as well. Nunes had an okay game. Nunes, some nice touches, some nice dribbles, some nice turns, but his final ball let him down a couple of times, or maybe his shot, he should have scored potentially as well. But overall, I thought he was okay. Kovacic made a couple of poor decisions on the ball, but I don't think he had a bad game. He kept the ball quite nicely at times. A couple of moments jumped out where he didn't play the pass or got caught when he did play a pass. Those moments stood out, so they'll probably reflect badly in most people's minds on Kovacic. But other than that, he was sort of anonymous in a good way, in terms of just kept the ball ticking over. And I think, I haven't looked at his stats, but I would guess they back that up. Let's have a look. 89% pass accuracy. Only 2 passes out of 47. But largely, 1 key pass as well, actually. Fair play to Kovacic there. But largely, he was just sort of there, keeping things ticking over. Rodri, of course, imperious as he always is. Casually getting 103 passes there. Double what Kovacic did alongside him. It was just stupid to go for 4 key passes. 4. I saw a tweet from one of our relevant resident trolls, actually, a guy called Sani whatever on Twitter. But he talks a lot of nonsense. I think a lot of it's intentional. He's a good lad, I'm sure he is. But he said something once that was very prescient. He said once that Rodri looks like he's playing the game having already rehearsed it. And it does look like to me every now and then Rodri plays football as if he just understands, he's just ahead of everyone else, as if he's practiced the game and watched it back a few times and knows exactly what to do. Like he's rehearsed that individual match. And I love that little analogy because I think it just sums up Rodri so beautifully. Like Rodri plays football like he understands it better than everyone else. He's reached a level of confidence and bravado and power to his game that he's just sort of one step ahead of everyone else. And I love that, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Interesting stat there from Scott, by the way, in the chat. It says, Doku has 72 games as a right winger and only 28 on the left. Interesting. Very interesting. Super chat from Masoom there. Masoom said, great night at Wankdorf. Exactly. A wonderful... We all had a happy Wankdorf night, we all did. That name. Beautiful, wonderful name. Young Boys, Wankdorf. I just said that out loud. I hate this. I hate this team. Can we never play them again? And thank you so much, mate, for the super chat. Absolutely appreciate it. Overall, Rico was bustling and lively and energetic. But Manu Akanji got his goal, which was nice to see. I like it when Manu gets a goal. He deserves a goal every now and then. He needs that a little bit of, he needs that bit of good credibility because he deserves it, man. Ruben fine, Ake good as well defensively. They got in behind a little bit easily a couple of times, but overall it was all right, man. I'm loving the trolls in the chat. Disgusting performance. Mate, what are you on about? Shut up and bore off. Those trolls, man. You're either not a troll or you're an idiot. Which one are you going to be, man? Like, I love it when people really confidently deliver a bad take. They're either an idiot or a troll. I'm sorry, mate. That was comfortable tonight, absolutely comfortable, and I can't sit here and take that. I just sometimes can't do with trolls. Please do get the likes up on the video; it does help support the channel massively. Look at the man, Scott Denemy, man. Scott, my man. I love Scott to bits, man. I want to meet you one day, Scott. I really do, pal. Gifting memberships out to Daniel, to Puneet, to Beppy, to King, to Liam. Like, what a legend. And don't forget, you guys are now members. If you go over to the community tab on YouTube, my channel, community tab, you can see a link. So you can join the Fan View Live after this. So you can join me in like 15 minutes and have a chat. If you want to have a chat with me at the Fan View Live, have a chat. It'd be great, man. Fingers crossed you guys want to do that, It'd be good to chat to you guys in person, so to speak, But Scott, absolute legend. This was a good night of football for Manchester City Football Club. You look at the standings right now. City, of course, top there. Leipzig won tonight as well. So we are 8 points clear with only 9 points to play. Of course, we beat all these teams individually as well. So all we need now is 1 point to go through, basically. We are through. We're essentially through. What if Red Star or Young Boys would have to win all their games and we'd have to lose all of ours? So the odds of that, I'm sure... I don't even know. They must be ridiculously small, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But we are basically through. And, of course, you look at the lineup, the players that were rested, the players that came on from the bench. You know, we had Bernardo came on, Alvarez. But other than that, you know, we had on the bench Scott Carson, superstar, Kyle Walker, Vardiol, Stones, Phil Foden. Like, you can already tell, you can already predict the lineup for the derby. The derby lineup's going to be this, isn't it? You know, Alvarez, by the way. Alvarez's cameo, by the way, excellent. I think it's going to be this for the derby. I'm sorry, he'll be there. Foden will be out here. Let me just work out this team. What it's going to be. You know, it's going to be this, isn't it? I think this will be Doku, by the way. I think he'll get the start. It's going to be this. The team that will be Walker because he obviously has to play. I think Josko will come in harsh on Ake, but it'll be this. We already basically know the team, don't we? The team is going to be this for the derby, and that could be Jack. It'd be Daku or Jack. I don't know who it's going to be, but I reckon the rest of them sort of pick themselves, to be honest. And I like it. I like that tonight we won. And we won it with resting players as well, absolutely confidently. I'm very happy about this, you know. Very good stuff, very good stuff. What a wonderful night of football for Man City. And we know that it's not easy sometimes to play these games. We saw a couple of years back Roma get beat 6-1 by Bodo Glimt, the Norwegian team, on artificial pitch. Because they didn't like it. And it is hard to play. It's like was it Rafael Nadal who's famously good on clay, but some players aren't good on clay, like in tennis, where some people are good on lawn, some people are good on clay and whatever, some people are good on indoor. It's just hard. It's hard depending on the surface. It does change the game, and City weren't used to it. I saw Haaland and Nunes complaining about burns and stuff like that, because I think they got a couple of, if you were there for the watch long, you would have seen my leg. I'm glad if you weren't, you're lucky, because I've got burns on my leg where I've got no bloody hair from AstroTurf as a kid. Genuinely happened, so it's a horrible surface, you know. I don't think Nunes had a rough game, Jeremy Wilson. No, he didn't have a great game, but not a rough one, mate. I wouldn't say rough at all. Some nice little quotes, by the way, from Rico Lewis. I'll get him on screen. He said, especially when I was younger, that's all we used to train on Artful pitches, not get grass all muddy for the game on the weekend. Okay, fair enough. He's used to it then. Fair play. Nice stats there from Erling Haaland, by the way. He could have had an assist tonight. He should have had an assist, don't forget. That lovely pass to Alvarez. But the stats here, I like these quotes from Rico. He's just like any other striker in a sense. People get onto him more than others because of the year he had last year. But he's come here, 2 goals, and people call him anxious. It's a credit to him and what he's done. He speaks so maturely, Rico Lewis. Talked about playing Champions League football for City. I've been wanting this for a while. I'm buzzing. And the Manchester Derby, he said, they're always special. For me, whether you're playing or not, it's amazing to be part of, and we know what we have to do. We'll take it game by game, and we'll do our best to win. What a guy. I love Rico Lewis, man. I love him. And he's right about Erling Haaland as well. Like, prescient words from a youngster there, you know. I love it. Lovely stuff. I never played them when it's wet either, actually, AstroTurf. I don't think our score let us on the AstroTurf when it was wet. I think it got too messy. I don't know. Never did though, so I don't know what it's like a wet. Massim again with a super chat. Thank you so much. Says I would love it if we smashed them on Sunday. Kevin Keegan-esque. I would absolutely love it. I tell you what, I would love it if we go there and we beat them. Likewise, I agree with old Kev's sentiments channeled from Massim there. Thank you so much once again, my friend, for the super chat. It is massively appreciated, you superstar. But yeah, likewise, I'm happy tonight. Tonight was a good night of football, you know. As the stats once again show, we should have had a whole bunch of chances. But I don't mind, man. I don't mind. I really like the Alvarez cameo, by the way. Alvarez coming on, lively, creating chances, involved. There was that quote, wasn't it, the other day? About apparently City feel he's going to go up another level soon. And I can't help but see that as well. He's got, when he came on, he's got this feel about him of just like a potential superstar, doesn't he? It's just he looks so confident right now, and you can tell that he knows he belongs in this team. Alvarez, there's a feel about him. It's just, it feels good. It feels good with Alvarez right now, and like you feel like he's going to contribute in every single way when he comes on the pitch. Yeah, what a player Alvarez is. What a man. And what a night for Manchester City Football Club, you know. 2 wins back-to-back, a 2-1 against Brighton, 3-1 tonight. Tricky games, genuinely tricky games, and we got the job done. And of course, if we beat United, hopefully we batter United the weekend, we'll all be very, very, very happy. And the squad's starting to look strong as well, by the way. It really is. Starting to look like it's forming itself naturally, and Pep's doing his thing. Fingers crossed, things will be all right. Guys, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. Do you want to chat to me on the Fan View Live? Well, come and join me on the channel. It's there. You can see it scheduled there, the Fan View Live. If you are, see that bit there where it says Community tab there at the top? This Community tab, you want to click that. You want to go back to it, and you can see there's a link there for the people who are members. And on patreon.com/esteemed companies, while you help support me on Patreon, you can find the link on there as well. So I'll see you for the Fan View Live. 3 people already waiting. I want to see you there. I'll be live in about 10 minutes. I might get myself a cup of tea because I want one. And I'll be there live in about 10 minutes, I reckon. It's scheduled for 35, but I'm going to schedule it to 40 because I do need to go and get a cup of tea because I need one. My voice is going. Guys, you're all superstars. Catch you in about 10 minutes for the Fan View Live. Up the Blues.